True Heart 斜线 Mind Copyright C 2011 by Bruce Linnell. Note that an accompanying PDF file correctly displays the English and Chinese characters. Inscription on the True Heart 斜线 Mind attributed to Sengcan, third Chinese patriarch of Zen Buddhism, ca 600 AD, translated by Bruce R. Linnell, Ph.D. 2011, a comment on the title. Due to the nature of Chinese, the title could mean any of the following: belief in the mind, the believing mind, trusting the mind, trusting mind, true mind, truthful mind, faith in the mind, or faithful mind, and indeed many of these have been used by other translators, most often faith in mind. I chose true mind because the entire inscription discusses how to get back to the original Buddha nature we all have, but have forgotten, and the phrase true mind, in English, not the particular Chinese symbols in the title of the document, is often used synonymously with this Buddha nature, Buddha mind, true nature, original nature, etc. My goals were to include every Chinese symbol in the English sentence, using an exact translation of each symbol, and with minimal additional words and paraphrasing. This results in sentences which are sometimes stilted in English, but hopefully provides a more literal translation. Interpreted meanings are as close to the exact meaning as possible. Exceptions to these guidelines are marked with footnotes. Definitions of terms being, existence, emptiness, negation of the belief in being and non, being awake, wise, enlightened, foolish, not awake, unenlightened, heart 斜线 mind. The Chinese symbol means both heart and mind. It seems misleading to use one or the other. Suchness, that which is constant and genuine, the true nature of things, reality, as it is, things just as they are, the way, this wisdom, Buddha's way, the Four Noble Truths, Eightfold Path, etc. Entanglements, sensory pleasures, preferences, desires, aversions, love, hate, etc. Literally conditions, naturally, spontaneously, done by itself, that which is so of itself, done on its own, happens without forcing it. Things, the external world, objects, people, creatures, events cease to be, rejected, forgotten, eliminated, fade away, leave your awareness, no longer influence you. Attaining the way is not difficult, if only you dislike picking and choosing. Only when you do not hate and love will the way thus be clearly and plainly revealed. If there exists the smallest distinction, heaven and earth become divided and out of balance. If you want to have the way appear in front of you, do not remain agreeable or opposed to anything. When disagreeable and agreeable compete with each other, this makes your heart 斜线 mind sick. When you do not understand the deep and mysterious meaning of the way, it is useless to merely quiet your thoughts. The way is perfect and complete, just like the greatest void, nothing lacking, nothing extra. It is precisely because you select and reject that you therefore do not perceive the suchness of everything. Do not pursue being and entanglements, do not dwell in emptiness and sufferance. When the mind is at peace in oneness, thus are these eliminated, and naturally fade away. When you try to stop activity to return to stillness, this stillness further increases activity. If you are always caught in one side or the other, how can you know oneness? When oneness is not understood completely, both of these viewpoints lose their usefulness. To reject being is to merely lose being. To embrace emptiness is to merely be burdened by emptiness. Too much talking, too much worrying, and you fall out of harmony. Be with the way. Be done with talking, be done with worrying, and nothing will be close to you. C. Return to the source and you gain the meaning. Pursue enlightenment. D. And you lose this wisdom. But the moment you return to enlightenment, D. You go beyond and reject appearances and emptiness. Apparent changes in appearances and emptiness are all caused by foolish opinions. You need not seek what is true and real, you must only stop having opinions. Do not dwell in dualistic opinions, be careful not to pursue them. Not until right and wrong exist does your heart 斜线 mind thus become lost in confusion. Duality is caused by the one's existence, but also do not dwell on the one. When your heart 斜线 mind is one, no thoughts arise, then all things are without blame. When there is no blame, there can be no things. When no thoughts arise, there can be no heart 斜线 mind. When things cease to be, mind follows. When mind settles, things are rejected. Things are caused by mind, but are things as well. Mind is caused by things, but is mind as well. If you want to know both halves, their origin is one emptiness. Within one emptiness both halves are the same, each equally containing all forms. When you do not perceive refined and coarse, how can preferences exist? The essence of the Great Way is vast, nothing easy, nothing difficult. Those with petty opinions are full of doubt and suspicion. When they become anxious, they get behind. Attachments lead to loss of inner freedom, as you certainly enter the wrong path. Letting go leads to natural spontaneity, where the essence of the way is neither absent nor present. Allowing your inner nature to unite with the way, be free and done with aggravation. Restricted thinking is opposed to what is true and real, sinking into darkness and confusion, which is not good. It is not good to trouble your spirit, so why seek distant or close relationships? If you want to attain the way, do not dislike your senses and thoughts. Not disliking your senses and thoughts is also the same as true awakening. The wise practice non-action, while the foolish restrict themselves. One thing is not different from another thing, but the foolish have their desires and attachments. To govern heart 斜线 mind by using heart 斜线 mind, how can that not be a great mistake? Delusion produces peace and chaos, but the awakened have no likes or dislikes. All pairs of opposites come from your own foolish thinking. They are like dreams, illusions, mirages. Why struggle to catch and hold them? Gain and loss, right and wrong, just for a moment, let go and reject them. If your eyes do not sleep, all dreams are naturally eliminated. If your heart 斜线 mind does not discriminate, all things are of one suchness. Within the deep and mysterious essence of this one suchness, you rise above entanglements, and thus they are forgotten. When all things are perceived as equal, you return again to your natural spontaneity. Eliminate them and as a result, you cannot have any way to compare them. Stillness set in motion is not movement, movement stopped is not stillness. If both halves are actually incomplete, how can the one exist like that? When you examine this exhaustively to its extreme conclusion, no path or rule remains. Place your heart 斜线 mind in harmony with non-discrimination, which stops all mental activity. Doubts and suspicions fade completely. True faith is harmonious and straightforward. Nothing is held onto, nothing can be remembered. You are empty, clear, naturally enlightened, and make no effort to use the power of your heart 斜线 mind. Here no amount of thought can dwell, knowledge and feelings are unable to comprehend. Within the true and real suchness of this absolute source of existence, there is no other, no self. If you want to come quickly into harmony with this realm, only say no duality. In no duality everything is the same, nothing is excluded. Wise people everywhere have all entered this wisdom. Entering this wisdom cannot be hurried nor held back, it could happen in one moment or take an eternity. The way is neither present nor absent, yet the way is everywhere in front of your eyes. Extremely small is the same as extremely large, when boundaries are forgotten and done with. Extremely large is the same as extremely small, when distinct opposites are not perceived. Being is simultaneously the same as non-being. Non-being is simultaneously the same as being. If you are not like this, you certainly must not remain there. One is not separate from all is not separate from one. If only you can be like this, why worry about not being perfect? The true heart 斜线 mind is non-dual. Non-dual is the true heart 斜线 mind. Talking about the way ends here, for the way has no past or future or present. A. Literally, only blocked in both sides. B. Literally, turn to non-agreement. C. Literally, nowhere will be blocked. D. I believe what is meant by this symbol, illumination, is the light of the Buddha, enlightenment, etc. However, this is the only interpretation that is my personal opinion, and has no support from any other sources. The literal translations, subject and object, refer respectively to the mind and the things it perceives. I believe this line, literally, one moment eternity, refers to the sudden vs. gradual debate on whether enlightenment can happen quickly, or can only be achieved after many years, some say many lifetimes, of practice. This work is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivatives 3.0 Unported License, CC BY, NC, ND 3.0. You are free to download this work and share it with others as long as I retain credit for the work. But you cannot change or build on this work in any way, or use it commercially, that is, for your profit, without my permission. And of the Project Gutenberg ebook True Heart 斜线 Mind updated editions will replace the previous one. The old editions will be renamed. Creating the works from print editions not protected by U.S. copyright law means that no one owns a United States copyright in these works, so the Foundation, and you, can copy and distribute it in the United States without permission and without paying copyright royalties. Special rules, set forth in the general terms of use part of this license, apply to copying and distributing Project Gutenberg 商标 electronic works to protect the Project Gutenberg 商标 concept and trademark. Project Gutenberg is a registered trademark, and may not be used if you charge for an ebook, except by following the terms of the trademark license, including paying royalties for use of the Project Gutenberg trademark. If you do not charge anything for copies of this ebook, complying with the trademark license is very easy. You may use this ebook for nearly any purpose, such as creation of derivative works, reports, performances and research. Project Gutenberg ebooks may be modified and printed and given away. You may do practically anything in the United States with ebooks not protected by U.S. copyright law. Redistribution is subject to the trademark license, especially commercial redistribution. Start. Full license. The full Project Gutenberg license. Please read this before you distribute or use this work to protect the Project Gutenberg 商标 mission of promoting the free distribution of electronic works, by using or distributing this work, or any other work associated in any way with the phrase Project Gutenberg. You agree to comply with all the terms of the full Project Gutenberg 商标 license available with this file or online at www.gutenberg.org/license. Section E. General terms of use and redistributing Project Gutenberg 商标 electronic works. By reading or using any part of this Project Gutenberg 商标 electronic work, you indicate that you have read, understand, agree to and accept all the terms of this license and intellectual property, trademark copyright agreement. If you do not agree to abide by all the terms of this agreement, you must cease using and return or destroy all copies of Project Gutenberg 商标 electronic works in your possession. If you paid a fee for obtaining a copy of or access to a Project Gutenberg 商标 electronic work and you do not agree to be bound by the terms of this agreement, you may obtain a refund from the person or entity to whom you paid the fee as set forth in paragraph E8. EB Project Gutenberg is a registered trademark. It may only be used on or associated in any way with an electronic work by people who agreed to be bound by the terms of this agreement. There are a few things that you can do with most Project Gutenberg 商标 electronic works even without complying with the full terms of this agreement. See paragraph EC below. There are a lot of things you can do with Project Gutenberg 商标 electronic works if you follow the terms of this agreement and help preserve free future access to Project Gutenberg 商标 electronic works. See paragraph EE below. EC The Project Gutenberg Literary Archive Foundation, the foundation or PGLOF, owns a compilation copyright in the collection of Project Gutenberg 商标 electronic works. Nearly all the individual works in the collection are in the public domain in the United States. If an individual work is unprotected by copyright law in the United States and you are located in the United States, we do not claim a right to prevent you from copying, distributing, performing, displaying or creating derivative works based on the work as long as all references to Project Gutenberg are removed. Of course, we hope that you will support the Project Gutenberg 商标 mission of promoting free access to electronic works by freely sharing Project Gutenberg 商标 works in compliance with the terms of this agreement for keeping the Project Gutenberg 商标 name associated with the work. You can easily comply with the terms of this agreement by keeping this work in the same format with its attached full Project Gutenberg 商标 license when you share it without charge with others. This particular work is one of the few individual works protected by copyright law in the United States and most of the remainder of the world, included in the Project Gutenberg collection with the permission of the copyright holder. Information on the copyright owner for this particular work and the terms of use imposed by the copyright holder on this work are set forth at the beginning of this work. E.d. The copyright laws of the place where you are located also govern what you can do with this work. Copyright laws in most countries are in a constant state of change. If you are outside the United States, check the laws of your country in addition to the terms of this agreement before downloading, copying, displaying, performing, distributing or creating derivative works based on this work or any other Project Gutenberg 商标 work. The Foundation makes no representations concerning the copyright status of any work in any country other than the United States. Unless you have removed all references to Project Gutenberg, The following sentence, with active links to, or other immediate access to, the full Project Gutenberg 商标 license must appear prominently whenever any copy of a Project Gutenberg 商标 work, any work on which the phrase Project Gutenberg appears, or with which the phrase Project Gutenberg is associated, is accessed, displayed, performed, viewed, copied or distributed. This ebook is for the use of anyone anywhere in the United States and most other parts of the world at no cost and with almost no restrictions whatsoever. You may copy it, give it away or use it under the terms of the Project Gutenberg license included with this ebook or online at www.gutenberg.org. If you are not located in the United States, you will have to check the laws of the country where you are located before using this ebook. If an individual Project Gutenberg 商标 electronic work is derived from texts not protected by U.S. copyright law, does not contain a notice indicating that it is posted with permission of the copyright holder, the work can be copied and distributed to anyone in the United States without paying any fees or charges. If you are redistributing or providing access to a work with the phrase Project Gutenberg associated with or appearing on the work, you must comply either with the requirements of paragraphs EE through EE7 or obtain permission for the use of the work and the Project Gutenberg 商标 trademark as set forth in paragraphs EE8 or EE9. EE3. If an individual Project Gutenberg 商标 electronic work is posted with the permission of the copyright holder, your use and distribution must comply with both paragraphs EE through EE7 and any additional terms imposed by the copyright holder. Additional terms will be linked to the Project Gutenberg 商标 license for all works posted with the permission of the copyright holder found at the beginning of this work. EE4. Do not unlink or detach or remove the full Project Gutenberg 商标 license terms from this work, or any files containing a part of this work or any other work associated with Project Gutenberg 商标. EE5. Do not copy, display, perform, distribute or redistribute this electronic work, or any part of this electronic work, without prominently displaying the sentence set forth in paragraph EEE with active links or immediate access to the full terms of the Project Gutenberg 商标 license. EE6. You may convert to and distribute this work in any binary, compressed, marked up, non-proprietary or proprietary form, including any word processing or hypertext form. However, if you provide access to or distribute copies of a Project Gutenberg 商标 work in a format other than plain vanilla ASCII or other format used in the official version posted on the official Project Gutenberg 商标 website, www.gutenberg.org, you must, at no additional cost, fee or expense to the user, provide a copy, a means of exporting a copy, or a means of obtaining a copy upon request, of the work in its original plain vanilla ASCII or other form. Any alternate format must include the full Project Gutenberg 商标 license as specified in paragraph EEE. EE7. Do not charge a fee for access to, viewing, displaying, performing, copying or distributing any Project Gutenberg 商标 works unless you comply with paragraph EE8 or EE9. EE8. You may charge a reasonable fee for copies of or providing access to or distributing Project Gutenberg 商标 electronic works provided that you pay a royalty fee of 20% of the gross profits you derive from the use of Project Gutenberg 商标 works calculated using the method you already used to calculate your applicable taxes. The fee is owed to the owner of the Project Gutenberg 商标 trademark, but he has agreed to donate royalties under this paragraph to the Project Gutenberg Literary Archive Foundation. Royalty payments must be paid within 60 days following each date on which you prepare, or are legally required to prepare, your periodic tax returns. Royalty payments should be clearly marked as such and sent to the Project Gutenberg Literary Archive Foundation at the address specified in Section 4. Information about donations to the Project Gutenberg Literary Archive Foundation. You provide a full refund of any money paid by a user who notifies you in writing, or by email, within 30 days of receipt that he does not agree to the terms of the full Project Gutenberg 商标 license. You must require such a user to return or destroy all copies of the works possessed in a physical medium and discontinue all use of and all access to other copies of Project Gutenberg 商标 works. You provide, in accordance with paragraph EF3, a full refund of any money paid for a work or a replacement copy, if a defect in the electronic work is discovered and reported to you within 90 days of receipt of the work. You comply with all other terms of this agreement for free distribution of Project Gutenberg 商标 works. EE9. If you wish to charge a fee or distribute a Project Gutenberg 商标 electronic work or group of works on different terms than are set forth in this agreement, you must obtain permission in writing from the Project Gutenberg Literary Archive Foundation, the manager of the Project Gutenberg 商标 trademark. Contact the foundation as set forth in Section 3 below. EFEFE. Project Gutenberg volunteers and employees expend considerable effort to identify, do copyright research on, transcribe and proofread works not protected by U.S. copyright law in creating the Project Gutenberg 商标 collection. Despite these efforts, Project Gutenberg 商标 electronic works, and the medium on which they may be stored, may contain defects, such as, but not limited to, incomplete, inaccurate or corrupt data, transcription errors, a copyright or other intellectual property infringement, a defective or damaged disk or other medium, a computer virus, or computer codes that damage or cannot be read by your equipment. EFR. Limited warranty. Disclaimer of damages, except for the right of replacement or refund described in paragraph EF3, the Project Gutenberg Literary Archive Foundation, the owner of the Project Gutenberg 商标 trademark, and any other party distributing a Project Gutenberg 商标 electronic work under this agreement, disclaim all liability to you for damages, costs and expenses, including legal fees. You agree that you have all remedies for negligence, strict liability, breach of warranty or breach of contract except those provided in paragraph EF3. You agree that the foundation, the trademark owner, and any distributor under this agreement will not be liable to you for actual, direct, indirect, consequential, punitive or incidental damages even if you give notice of the possibility of such damage. EF3. Limited right of replacement or refund. If you discover a defect in this electronic work within 90 days of receiving it, you can receive a refund of the money, if any, you paid for it by sending a written explanation to the person you received the work from. If you received the work on a physical medium, you must return the medium with your written explanation. The person or entity that provided you with the defective work may elect to provide a replacement copy in lieu of a refund. If you received the work electronically, the person or entity providing it to you may choose to give you a second opportunity to receive the work electronically in lieu of a refund. If the second copy is also defective, you may demand a refund in writing without further opportunities to fix the problem. EF4. Except for the limited right of replacement or refund set forth in paragraph EF3, this work is provided to UAS, IS, with no other warranties of any kind, express or implied, including but not limited to warranties of merchantability or fitness for any purpose. EF5. Some states do not allow disclaimers of certain implied warranties or the exclusion or limitation of certain types of damages. If any disclaimer or limitation set forth in this agreement violates the law of the state applicable to this agreement, the agreement shall be interpreted to make the maximum disclaimer or limitation permitted by the applicable state law. The invalidity or unenforceability of any provision of this agreement shall not void the remaining provisions. EF. Indemnity. You agree to indemnify and hold the foundation, the trademark owner, any agent or employee of the foundation, anyone providing copies of Project Gutenberg 商标 electronic works in accordance with this agreement, and any volunteers associated with the production, promotion and distribution of Project Gutenberg 商标 electronic works, harmless from all liability, costs and expenses, including legal fees, that arise directly or indirectly from any of the following which you do or cause to occur. A. Distribution of this or any project Gutenberg 商标 work. B. Alteration, modification, or additions or deletions to any project Gutenberg 商标 work. And C. Any defect you cause. Section 2. Information about the mission of Project Gutenberg 商标. Project Gutenberg 商标 is synonymous with the free distribution of electronic works in formats readable by the widest variety of computers, including obsolete, old, middle-aged and new computers. It exists because of the efforts of hundreds of volunteers and donations from people in all walks of life. Volunteers and financial support to provide volunteers with the assistance they need are critical to reaching Project Gutenberg 商标's goals and ensuring that the Project Gutenberg 商标 collection will remain freely available for generations to come. In 2001, the Project Gutenberg Literary Archive Foundation was created to provide a secure and permanent future for Project Gutenberg 商标 and future generations. To learn more about the Project Gutenberg Literary Archive Foundation and how your efforts and donations can help, see sections 3 and 4 and the Foundation information page at www.gutenberg.org. Section 3. Information about the Project Gutenberg Literary Archive Foundation. The Project Gutenberg Literary Archive Foundation is a non-profit 501(c)(3) educational corporation organized under the laws of the state of Mississippi and granted tax-exempt status by the Internal Revenue Service. The foundation SIN or Federal Tax Identification Number is 646221541. Contributions to the Project Gutenberg Literary Archive Foundation are tax-deductible to the full extent permitted by U.S. federal laws and your state's laws. The Foundation's business office is located at 809 North 1500 West, Salt Lake City, UT 84116, 801-596-1887. Email contact links and up-to-date contact information can be found at the Foundation's website and official page at www.gutenberg.org/contact section 4. Information about donations to the Project Gutenberg Literary Archive Foundation. Project Gutenberg 商标 depends upon and cannot survive without widespread public support and donations to carry out its mission of increasing the number of public domain and licensed works that can be freely distributed in machine-readable form accessible by the widest array of equipment including outdated equipment. Many small donations, $1 to $5,000, are particularly important to maintaining tax-exempt status with the IRS. The Foundation is committed to complying with the laws regulating charities and charitable donations in all 50 states of the United States. Compliance requirements are not uniform and it takes a considerable effort, much paperwork and many fees to meet and keep up with these requirements. We do not solicit donations in locations where we have not received written confirmation of compliance. To send donations or determine the status of compliance for any particular state, visit www.gutenberg.org/donate. While we cannot and do not solicit contributions from states where we have not met the solicitation requirements, we know of no prohibition against accepting unsolicited donations from donors in such states who approach us with offers to donate. International donations are gratefully accepted, but we cannot make any statements concerning tax treatment of donations received from outside the United States. U.S. laws alone swamp our small staff. Please check the Project Gutenberg web pages for current donation methods and addresses. Donations are accepted in a number of other ways including checks, online payments and credit card donations. To donate, please visit www.gutenberg.org/donate. Section 5. General information about Project Gutenberg. 商标 Electronic Works. Professor Michael S. Hart was the originator of the Project Gutenberg 商标 concept of a library of electronic works that could be freely shared with anyone. For 40 years, he produced and distributed Project Gutenberg 商标 ebooks with only a loose network of volunteer support. Project Gutenberg 商标 ebooks are often created from several printed editions, all of which are confirmed as not protected by copyright in the US unless a copyright notice is included. Thus, we do not necessarily keep ebooks in compliance with any particular paper edition. Most people start at our website, which has the ManPG search facility, www.gutenberg.org. This website includes information about Project Gutenberg 商标, including how to make donations to the Project Gutenberg Literary Archive Foundation, how to help produce our new ebooks, and how to subscribe to our email newsletter to hear about new ebooks. The full Project Gutenberg license.